Here's the thing. Nobody tells you. Not one of these three phones can actually zoom. Not the cheap one. Not the $750 one. None of them. And by the end, the cheapest phone here wins the two things you actually keep a phone for. Stick with me, because this one surprised even me. 3 phones, 3 price tags. The iQOO Neo 10 starts at just 31,999 rupees, the cheapest here. The Google Pixel 9a sits at 49,999, and the OnePlus 15R tops out at 54,999. So does paying more actually get you more? Let's spend every rupee on purpose. Here's the lens to keep in your head. The Pixel is the keep it 5 years phone. The iQOO is max power per rupee. And the OnePlus just wants to be the most phone. Full stop. Build first. The OnePlus 15R is the tank. IP68 and IP69K rated. Basically, hose it down tough. But it's the heaviest at over 213 grams. The Pixel 9a is the featherweight and most pocketable at 186 grams. The iQOO? Solid, but only IP65. The weakest splash rating here. Screens, and this is where your money clearly talks. The OnePlus takes it overall with a gorgeous 6.83-inch panel, 165 Hz. Dolby Vision, the best display here. The iQOO's big 6.78-inch screen actually punches highest on peak brightness at a blazing 4400 nits, 144 Hz. The Pixel? A lovely panel, but the smallest and dimmest, and 120 Hz of the three. Now power and watch this. The OnePlus packs the true current flagship, the Snapdragon 8 Gen 5. The fastest chip here, no contest. The Pixel's Tensor G4 is honestly the weakest of the trio, fine for daily life, but not your phone if raw speed is your thing. But best speed per rupee. That belongs to the iQOO. Its Snapdragon 8 Gen 4 gives you near flagship power, starting at 32,000 rupees. Pound for rupee, nothing here touches it. Battery and charging, and here the cheap phone humiliates everyone. The iQOO Neo 10 packs 7,000 mAh and charges at 120 watts, 0 to full in about 36 minutes, with the charger right in the box. Nobody beats that. The OnePlus is close with a slightly bigger 7,400 mAh cell, but only 80-watt charging. And the Pixel? 5,100 mAh and a sleepy 23 watts. The smallest battery and the slowest charging of all three. The second priciest phone here, charging the slowest. Let that sink in. Okay, cameras. This is where everyone assumes the pricey phones win. So here's that honest twist I promised. Not one of these three has a telephoto lens. None of them. Wide and ultra-wide only. Which means the $749 OnePlus cannot zoom one bit better than the 32,000 rupee iQOO. If real optical zoom is your deal breaker, no one here earns your money at any price. So who actually wins photos? The Pixel 9a. On paper, it has the fewest camera specs, just a 48-megapixel wide and a 13-megapixel ultra-wide. But night sight, best take, and Magic Editor pole cleaner. More reliable shots than either rival. The iQOO and OnePlus both lean on a weak 8-megapixel ultra-wide, while the Pixel's 13 holds up far better. Fewest specs, best results. Software and longevity, the part people forget at checkout. The iQOO's FinTouch 15 comes with bloatware and just 3 years of updates. The OnePlus gives you around 4 on Oxygen OS. The Pixel, clean Android 16, and a staggering 7 years of updates. Now weigh that against the price. The cheaper phones up front can cost you more to live with. The Pixel will still be pulling security patches long after the others are forgotten. Longevity goes to the Pixel. So who wins on pure value? In India, it's the iQOO A Neo 10, flagship speed, a 7,000 mAh battery, and 120-watt charging for the least money anywhere. It's almost unfair. But know the catch. The iQOO is India and import only, with banned and warranty risk abroad. In the US, the Pixel 9a is the only one of these you can safely buy. And at $499, it's a steal. So there's no single winner, and that's the honest truth. Want the most phone and the budget's there? The OnePlus 15R. Best screen, fastest chip, biggest battery, toughest body. Want roughly 90% of that? For about 60% of the money in India. The iQOO Neo 10 is your hero. The smartest spend on the table. And the Pixel 9a, the cheapest and slowest, quietly wins the cameras and 7 years of clean updates. The things you actually keep a phone for. Paying the most just doesn't buy what lasts. So which one's calling your name? Most phone, smartest spend, or longest life? Tell me in the comments, and if this saved you from buying the wrong phone, hit subscribe. I do the homework so you don't have to.